Nasim welcomes you to the Mongo lecture, and this lecture targets on understanding of JSON. We say MongoDB is an object database. So what kind of object it stores? It's an object storage. So it stores nothing else than a JSON object. So to get a good mastery and grip on MongoDB, you must have to understand JSON completely, how to use it, and then it would be easy because whatever the data the structure, whatever data you need to save, it has to be translated in form of JSON before it gets saved into MongoDB, and it's retrieved in the same format. So here what we see is JSON is nothing else than the JavaScript object notation. So since the languages are object oriented usually, right, Java or whatever when you work, so it has, the object has its states and the behavior. So states is essentially the variable which is required to get persisted or saved and required to be retrieved, which we call it as serialization and deserialization. So to make efficient database, what they thought is instead of serializing and deserializing it, or by using Hibernate or frameworks like that, where the table structure is object oriented, objects are converted back into the table format and retrieved, the translation costs and it hits the performance. So MongoDB is the super simple solution because whatever you use in UI, forever you are using RESTful web services or you are using AngularJS, any UI framework, so you are using JavaScript there at client side. So whatever data you have is being sent through the JSON object through the REST services, and when the REST services can save the same data in the same format, you save time and performance hit, which happens in the translation. So object gets saved as the object but as a form of JavaScript object. So this is much of the detail on very deep level in terms of architecture, but just to understand the JSON, it's nothing, it's super simple. Anything in curly braces becomes an object. An object has some members. Members are nothing but the key value pair, so you have to have a pair, and pair is, you can have a key and a value. So the key will always be a string. The key is going to be a string, and value could be any of these permissible types, which is nothing but the string type or the number type or the boolean type and the array. So these are mainly, or it could be another object as well, and last and not least it could be null. So these are the permissible values. So you make a key and the value. So first we see this is an object, you have a bracket, inside the bracket you can have a key and a value which is separated by the colons. So these colons defines, hey, this is the key and this is the value. In Java or wherever programming language, you have the variable defined, what type of variable it is and its value. Same stuff is here. This would be the key, which will always be a string, and value could be any of these permissible types, which could be a string, number, object, array. It could be true or false, any of these two values in the boolean and the null. Here we see the same thing, that the value could be anything inside this. And the string is essentially any Unicode character which is except this quotation mark, because we are already using the quotation mark which is reserved, and these are reserve solidus, basically the escape sequence. For escape sequence it is used. Number could be anything from any digits, any combination. So here you can have alphanumeric number or anything. For more references you can go there, but before moving ahead in the course, I would recommend you to go through the JSON, which is nothing else but just the JavaScript object notation, a JavaScript representation of how a object looks like. If you have any question, please feel free to email me. Thank you.